This is At Home with Miss Joan, and Preacher's outside. He was going to grill us some steaks today, and I thought, well, I'm going to add to it my stuffed baked potato. Now, I like regular baked potatoes with just butter and sour cream on it, but this is my jazzed up stuffed baked potatoes, and I do this a lot of times when we're having company, but I'm going to make them real special today for us. So this is how I do it, and it's real easy, and it don't take all that long. But anyway, I got out some baked potatoes, and I washed them. And I come over here and I take my knife and I just jab a couple of holes because I'm going to do it in the microwave. And it seems like in the microwave, if you pierce it a little bit, then it helps speed up the cooking time. So this is just a gallon Ziploc bag is all the world it is. You know, I don't worry with wrapping each one in the saran wrap and poking the holes. I use just a gallon bag and I put them all in here. And I'm going to do, this looks like 5, but I'm probably just going to make 3 stuffed baked potatoes. What I'm doing is I'm making a couple of extras because, you know, they shrink just a little bit. And I'm going to use the potato part in this to really stuff up or bump up my 3 big stuffed baked potatoes. So you saw me, I washed them, I stabbed them, but I also, after they go into the gallon bag, I stuff the bag just to get, you know, some air in there, because you know how the microwave, it needs a little air. So now, all I'm going to do is throw them up here in my microwave. Right now, I'm going to start it on 9 minutes and see what happens, and I'll stop and turn it over. So I'll let you know. Okay, my timer went off at 9 minutes. Of course, this was all blowed up big. Don't get alarmed if the bag blows up big, but I'm sticking a knife in it. See how it goes all the way through the potatoes? So they're basically done. Just to make sure that the underneath side is done too. I'm turning them over. And I'm going to give them about 3 minutes, and then we'll be ready to jazz these things up. I took them out of the microwave, and you remember we just flipped them over and turned them back on in 3 minutes? Well, that was plenty. So that's a total of 12 minutes cooking time on these potatoes. Now I put the bag here on the bar and I'm dumping them out. Okay, gotta watch it now because this little job can get hot because of all the steam. Here they are, and I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Like, see this great old big one here? Well, I'm gonna cut just zigzag across and cut the top off. Now, I love these peelings, so I really don't throw them away. You can take these and dip them in ranch dressing. Oh, that's so good. All right, see what I got here? This is going to be the base of one of my potatoes. I'm taking one of them. And I just take a spoon and kind of turn it into a knife and just kind of, I don't know if you can see that camera, lady, but see I'm spooning out my goodie, my potato, and I'm keeping the shell, which is the hull, because that's going to be our bowl, of course, for the potato. And I'm just spooning it out. And this is the slowest part of making these, is spooning it out. Now you can take a knife if you want to and cut around it real fast. Then go back in with your spoon and get some more out. But anyway, I'm trying to I'm holding it with this cloth because this potato is very hot. Okay? Oh, anyway, got one of them hauled out. Real pretty. And what I'll do is I'll just pause it right here while I do the rest of them, so it'll save some time when you're having to watch this, because I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to cut the top out of my potato, and I'm going to hull it out with the back of my spoon, or I'm going to start around it with my knife, see, and get some of that stuff out of there. And then I'm going to take my spoon, just do it like that, curve it around, and give it out. And it still keeps the hull of the potato peeling in place. So I'm just pulling it out, making me this pretty little bowl that's empty of the potato, and I'm sticking it right here. So we'll pause right here, and I'll keep going. I'll be right back and show you how we jazz them up. All right, I got them all hulled out right now, and what I'm going to be for sure to do is I'll make 3 really good stuffed baked potatoes. I may have enough mixture to make 4. But if you remember, I had 5 potatoes because I wanted to use some extra potatoes in here to kind of make them real full and fluffy. But when I realized, hey, Miss Joan, you got some leftover mashed potatoes in the refrigerator, would be great to go in these stuffed baked potatoes. So we had these other night for supper, so I'm adding these in here. So see, you just use what you got. I was saving these to make fried potato patties, you know, y'all. I've got that recipe on one of my YouTube videos, but I added some of my leftover, what we call cream potatoes or mashed potatoes. I tried to put it in this glass bowl here so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. Right now, all I've got in here is just potatoes. The ones that was in these potatoes that we baked in the microwave, and my leftover mashed potatoes from supper one night this week. All right. To that, I'm going to add some butter, and this is what's hard for me, is measuring everything, but I'm so trying to help people get the courage and the confidence that you can do this. So I'd say that's an 1/8 of a cup of melted butter right now. Let me just look at that. I'm going to stir it up. Really, you can stuff these potatoes with whatever you've got. If you just got some basic things in your refrigerator, you don't have to have all these ingredients that I'm fixing to put in mine. It's just that this is what I'm using in mine today. All right, that was an 1/8 cup of melted butter, so I might say it'd be a total of a 1/4 of a cup, right, of melted butter. And I'm stirring that up good. And to that, let's see, if you've got some sour cream, it's good in it. If you don't like sour cream, then just leave it out. I'm going to use a tablespoon, what I'd call a heaping tablespoon of sour cream in here. Now, I would put more, but I'm going to use ranch dressing in this too. And but if I didn't have ranch dressing, I'd probably just double the amount of the sour cream. So you can tinker with it, play with it, ever how you want to. Oh, when my brothers was here for Christmas and we had a little get together, Brother Ricky, preacher, he made us some steak. Well, I did these stuffed potatoes and they just had a fit over them. They said, what all did you put in that? I said, just about everything but the kitchen sink. But anyway, right now we've added, we're going to add some ranch dressing. Again, I don't like that salad dressing that's in the bottle. You may like it, but if you do, then you pour that in here, okay? I make my own, but I can't really say I make my own. I use this a powdered mix that you get, Hidden Valley Ranch, and to one of these packs, this is the best kind. I'll just go ahead and tell you, it beats that bottle stuff if you'll try this. And all you gotta do is add a cup of mayonnaise and a cup of milk, stir it up, and it makes the most wonderful ranch dressing. Well, I keep that made up in the refrigerator, just like we keep Thousand Island made up. So I'm gonna add what I call, see it, a heaping tablespoon of my ranch dressing. Stirring that up. So we got potatoes, we got my extra mashed potatoes, we got butter, sour cream, and ranch dressing. Now to that, I'm going to add some cheddar cheese. I usually just sprinkle it in here, but let's just say we're going to put, a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to try to 1/2 cup this. Look at that. That's a handful, 1/2 cup. I learned something. Here it goes. Oh, man. I make a mess in here, that's for sure. All right, look at this, Miss Camera Lady. See, as I'm stirring it around. Oh, it's so good. Potatoes, butter, sour cream, ranch dressing, cheese. Now, it depends on your level of how much you want cheese. Like, I can tell that we'd probably sprinkle a little more cheese in that, but I'm going to put cheese on top of it in a minute. But anyway, you see the thickness of this? I like it a little bit creamier than that. And there's a couple of ways I can do it. I can add some more ranch dressing, some more sour cream. But we put mayonnaise in here. I remember my mama, when I was a kid, first time I learned, I was watching her mix up mashed potatoes, and she put a tablespoon of mayonnaise. And I said, you put mayonnaise in our mashed potatoes, yeah. She said, you've been eating it that way your whole life. And it's so good. Well, it's good in this too. So I'm going to reach in my mayonnaise. I'm going to get a tablespoon of mayonnaise. I'm stirring it up, trying to get it to the level of creaminess that I want. Now you can make these, like I said, you don't have to have all these ingredients. It's good to have the mayonnaise, maybe a little milk, and that's what I'm going to do right now. This could come out just fine like it is and stuff into these holes. But I'm going to add just a little bit of milk and to make it just a tad creamier. So I would say that this is a tablespoon of milk, but we'll see. Look at that. Right there. All I'm doing is trying to make it a little creamier like you would do your mashed potatoes if you was mashing them up. Now this needs salt. Of course everybody has salt their own when they go to eat it, but I do sprinkle just a little bit of salt in there. Now, this is good, but Preacher and me, we like chopped onions in ours. If you follow some of my cooking videos, you know that we put chopped onions in about everything, and here's my little chopped onion holder. But what I'm going to do today, our daughter's going to eat lunch with us, and she don't really care for chopped onions in hers. So I think before I add the chopped onion, look here, I'll just give her one where she won't say, well, I wish you hadn't put the onion in that. And you can't get enough onion in it for me and Preacher. But anyway, what I do is if I fix a few that don't have onion in it, I stick a toothpick in it so we can identify it. Now, I'm going to add some onion, which I'm just raking it off in here. I'd say that's a good heaping tablespoon of onion for me and Preacher and our stuffed baked potatoes. Now these things turn out so big, so absolutely, you could cut this in half when I get done with it. Eat part of it today, and then wrap it up, put it in the refrigerator, and part of it later, because they do, you know, they're oversized, because we used to. Here I go. I got all my ingredients in here, and I'm stuffing. And I just stuff it all down in the corners. This is a beautiful dish when you're having company. Oh my goodness, you can make it ahead of time, see? Wrap it up with a saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator and just get it out. Top it with the cheese and paprika to make it pretty. Paprika, I can't say that too good. And put it in the microwave and heat it up when it's time to serve the supper. And boy, it's good. And that's what I'm doing. He's outside grilling the steaks, and I'm having these potatoes ready, and I'm gonna pop them in the microwave, melt that cheese and paprika I'm fixing to put on the top, where they'll serve real hot for our steak lunch. All right, you see how big they turned out? Because we know we added a little more potato. And I got some gooey down in here, so I may reach over here and get that fourth shell, because it'll keep, it'll freeze. They ain't gonna run around here. Y'all already know my motto, we don't throw anything out. I'll figure out somehow to recycle it. Look at that. Because I found them mashed potatoes in the refrigerator, I didn't really need to bake 5 to make 3. I just needed to bake 4. But anyway, we turned out having 4 big baked potatoes. Nobody will ever say, well, is that last week's mashed potatoes in there? No, they'll just gobble that up. That's what they'll do. Now, what I do now is, I make a mess, but y'all know that. I'm going to sprinkle with paprika. Oh, that just makes it pretty. You know, it's red, so it makes it pretty. Look at that. Now, you could put them in the microwave and heat them up like that, but the Pollard household, we put a little more cheese on top. Now, this is Miss Joan's stuffed baked potatoes. They were not put in the oven. I know some people call stuffed twice baked potatoes. What you can do here is put them on a baking pan, put them in the oven, and it'll crust up the bottoms a little bit. Me, I just stick them in the microwave in a few minutes. When the cheese gets melted, I know that my potato's ready to serve. So see, my whole meal here was made in the microwave in just a few minutes. So, oh, I tell you I had knee surgery. That's why I'm sitting down and kind of hobbling. But here we go. Oh, that's big one. 2, 3, and I need to put a toothpick in that one. Actually, we don't need but 3, so I need to take one of them out, don't I? I'm gonna get a toothpick, but I'll break my neck trying to get over there. It's been 1 month since my knee surgery, and I'm hobbling around, and I'm getting back in the kitchen because that's what I love to do. All right, here's the one that don't have the onion in it. We'll do it like that. All right, since I said I made 4, I guess I can go ahead and heat it up. You'll see how pretty it is. All righty. Just a few minutes here, we'll come back and show them to you. Look at them here. here they are. Don't that look yummy? And I just put them in the microwave for just a couple more minutes and got the cheese melted and bubbly, and they're ready to serve. So don't y'all forget to like my videos and subscribe to them, and you'll be notified when I make some more. And I love all of y'all and enjoy making these videos. And see you next time right here at Home with Miss Joan.